all the weekend, sleeping till the evening. I don't like you leaving. Let's keep secrets. Now you just so creepy, lying for no reason, creeping all the weekend. Let's keep secrets, creeping all the weekend, sleeping till the evening. I don't like you leaving. Let's keep secrets. Now you just so creepy, lying for no reason, creeping all the weekend. Shades on my eyes so you can't see my face. You right behind me trying to keep the pace. Just one more block until I meet it.
Saturday. It's currently like 10. What time is it? It's 9:42, and as you guys have seen this morning, I have just been getting my life together. I started to laundry, or I'm finishing up to laundry actually. I am putting up my dishes, cleaning up, about to make some breakfast and some coffee. There is really not anything on my to-do list this weekend, and I made sure that I was like, I don't want to have dinner with anyone. I don't want to meet up for lunch with anyone. I want to do nothing. And by doing nothing, that means like I want to go walk on the lake. I want to treat myself to lunch. I want to go by Goodwill to donate some stuff, and look at their book selections because I'm in my reading girly era. And yeah, that's what I want to do. So it's 9:42. I was actually going to go to a HIIT class at I almost said hospital gym. Wow. I'm not at work. I just finished working 12 days in a row, so that's probably why I'm thinking that, because I've been in this hospital for the last 12 days. But I was going to go to a HIIT class at my apartment host on every Saturday, but it is shining bright outside. It is so nice, and I was like, I'm instead just going to go walk along the lake. I've only walked like a short distance around the lake. I've never done a full like headphones on, get a sweat and walk, and I want to do this now basically every weekend that I'm off until I move from Chicago in July. I will not be staying here in Chicago after July, so I want to incorporate more walks along the lake, because like last summer I was like getting accustomed to residency, trying to do stuff all the time, like explore new different neighborhoods, but like I just love Lake Michigan, and I want to walk along it every day if I could. So I want to do that today. So I'm gonna make some oatmeal right quick and finish listening to my audiobook because I only have an hour left. So I'm hoping that by the time I finish like eating breakfast, get to Goodwill to drop stuff off, look at their books, and then get downtown to go walk along the lake, that I'll have finished that book, and I already queued up my next book. So I'm excited. So let's start our weekend.
You right behind me trying to keep the pace. Just one more block until I meet in place. I got someone, but we ain't been okay. Is it really cheating if it's only for the weekend? Tell me if I'm tweaking.
We're headed out. I've got my Goodwill bag somewhere over there. That's where we're going first, and then hopefully I can basically just drop everything off, fold the bag up and put it in here, and then we're gonna go walk on the lakeshore. Good morning, Yami. This little buddy turned 5 yesterday. I can't believe it. I'm so old. Goodwill selection sucked. They literally only had like 2 tiny bookshelves, and the only book I found was Untamed, and that was only $2.99, so I went ahead and got it. But I was coming downtown anyway to walk on the river walk, but I have to pee so bad. So we're gonna go to the Barnes and Noble down here that's attached to DePaul's School of Law, and I'm gonna pee, look for books, because I'm looking for the physical copy of a book I'm reading with my fiance, Sword of Kaigen, and then maybe go for a walk, or we're just gonna go to Target and get lunch. Literally just finished a book by this author. It was Mother May I, and it looks like she has some other ones too. Read this one like 2 years ago. I liked this one a lot. Finished this in like, I think like a day and a half. This one I read last summer, but it was pretty fun. Just realized those are the same author though. Read this when I was in like high school. I loved this book so much. I didn't really like the movie that much though, but really liked this book. Currently have this at home. I got this in a book haul a few weeks ago. This is next up on my TBR list after I finish The Vortex. Just finished this on my walk. Started this, I think, Thursday night, so this was really good. Really nice listen. Just finished this a few days ago. I liked it a lot. It's really long though, and I actually enjoyed the audiobook more than I enjoyed the actual reading of it.
Forget, but you won't let me. Something in my brain wants you. I've been hanging by myself, asking for help, but nothing seems to work on you. Yeah, you always make me feel like home. Yeah, you never leave my thoughts alone. Yeah, you're the reason I'm going out my mind. I just forget you. You always make me feel like yeah, you never leave my thoughts alone.
Can we talk about how Target already has a better selection than the Barnes & Noble I went to? This is on my TBR. They have a lot of the like novels that I want to read. Like they didn't even have Babel. Like I feel like everyone has this book. They've got Filthy Rich Vampires. Like they have literally like all the books I want to read, and I'm like annoyed that like Barnes & Noble didn't have any of these. The Brothers Hawthorne. I've been wanting to read this one. Couldn't find this one at Barnes & Noble's, so found it at Target. Heard a lot of people talking about this series as well. But then I heard some people say it wasn't actually worth it, so I'm not sure. I just finished this series. I finished like both books plus the book in the middle in like literally 4 days. It was really good. If you like vampires and like the whole death match kind of situation, you'd love this. This is the first one. The second one is Ashes and the Star-Cursed King, and the one in the middle is Six Scorched Roses. We just had lunch, and I remembered on my walk to the train station that this Macy's has a bookstore at the bottom level. So this is gonna be the last bookstore I go to today, probably for the entire weekend, since no one has the book that I'm looking for. I really want Sword of Kaigen. I want that like paperback book, because that's what I'm reading with my fiance, and I love the cover, so I really want that paperback book. Otherwise I'm just gonna have to order it on Amazon, but I'd really like to get it today. So let's check out, it's called Barbara's Bookstore. Let's check this out. or Target. They've got some good ones. This is on my TBR. I think it's 2 of these. Let's see. Light Lark and Night Bane. I somehow accidentally followed this author on TikTok and I really want to read these now. And then this series, I can never find book 1 of this series. Like every single place I went to today only had the second one. The first one I think is like Legendborn, but everyone only has book 2 instead of book 1 of the series. So we gotta find book 1. This has been popping up all over my For You page and like literally every book ad. I know it's like another like fae kind of book, I think. I can't tell, but I heard it's really good. And it's supposed to be a series. I think this is the first one of the series, so I think it's still in writing, but definitely on my TBR. Same thing with this one, but I'm also biased because I love a book cover that has black women on it anyway, so definitely gonna read it, and I love magic, so definitely on the TBR. I recently saw someone like review this and they're like, it's okay, read it if you want. I thought it was funny. I just want to point out how the only reason that I got back into reading was because of like Book Talk, and I feel like all of the Book Talk recommendations are literally only romance, and I'm like, where are my like fantasy and like magic readers outside of ACOTAR and like Iron Flame, Fourth Wing, all that stuff, and like the Throne of Glass? Everything is literally only romance. Why? Hi, we're home. It only took 35 hours out, but let's look at what we got, huh? We got some vitamin waters for the week, 2 lean cuisines because I'm only here in Chicago for 2 days anyway. Birth control. I re-upped on my moisturizer, re-upped on my sweetener for my coffees. Okafor, always. This is the coffee I brought with me on my way out. And this is the book I got for $2.99 at Goodwill. And this is just the bag that I keep with me that folds up into a little pouch. Yummy. Very proud of myself today because y'all, I went by like what, 4 bookstores? 3? 1. Went to Barnes and Noble's. I went to Target. I wouldn't really consider Goodwill a bookstore, but I did look for books there, so that's 3. And then I went to Barbara's bookstore inside of the Macy's downtown. So yeah, 4. Went to 4 places and only got 1 book. And I mean, I must say, I did really good because this one book was $2.99. So, very proud. I finished The Echo Wife on my walk there. So let me put all this up and then we'll do a review on The Echo. All right, we are back with another review. This is the last book on my 2024 reading challenge. I set out to read 12 books this year. My goal was to read 1 book a month. I've mentioned this before, but I'm currently in residency, and so my goal was to read 1 book a month. And somehow between January and now, I just kind of lost my mind. And I read 12 books already. So this is number 12, and I feel like I'm ending this goal on a really good note because this, I really like this. I'm definitely giving this a 5-star read. Background. It's about a lady who is a scientist. She is kind of in like the genetics, kind of clone, AI, all that kind of stuff research. So she creates clones, and so there ends up being a clone of herself created, and her husband has an affair with that clone. He ends up dead, and obviously you can probably guesstimate what happens in between there. But I thought it was really, really good because it kind of just like talks about like what it means to be a person, what are feelings, what are like, what does it mean to be a mother, because it does have like some stuff about like how the clone may be having a baby in here. So just like, it just like encompassed so much, and I feel like this was such a good read. I started this Thursday night and finished this morning. It's Saturday. I really, really like this a lot. I'm definitely giving it a 5-star read. It's not a series, it's just a standalone novel. So it's a really quick read. 252 pages. And there was an audiobook. So like I had it both physically and as my audiobook. So I was able to like literally constantly listen / read this over the last day and a half, technically day and 4 hours that I listened to this. So really, 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 really enjoyed this. It's called The Echo Wife. I don't think I said it in the beginning, but really, really enjoyed this.